If there was any friendship between Nero and Angelo, that was just casted aside after the events of this episode. Oh yeah. So, if you've yet to see the episode, I recommend you to stop this video, go watch the episode, because it's just spoilers. Spoiler heavy, I'm about to say. So, getting into it, Courtiers dies. It's a sad episode. It's a dark episode. Just a lot of meaning with the final scene, too. I mean, to the Nero giving Angelo the gun, telling him to do it, to Courtiers wanting to come and save his brother, to being the final person that is truly in this world that really loves Angelo, to Angelo having to put down his final family member for the sake of revenge, and to save himself. And then Angelo saying that he wants to end it all. He'll be there soon. It's a dark episode. It's a really dark episode. So getting into the details, let's talk about Courtiers' death in general. Just all of the meaning to it. So, Courtiers, he had a chance to be free. He had a chance to be saved. For instance, continue on living. And Angelo set that up for him. He risked himself, he risked his own path of vengeance to save his brother. Now, Courtiers, he knew. He even though he got a call by Gonzo, and he knew that, you know, if he didn't come back, his brother, Angelo, would probably die. He got called, but he still knew. He knew he needed to come back, and he did. He would have came back regardless. But the fact of the matter is that Courtiers, he came back knowing that he needed to lay down his life for his brother. He was willing to sacrifice that for the sake of him, for he can continue on living, but also for he can achieve what he wants. If that's not true brother bond, I don't know what is. That's a very beautiful, beautiful final to the relationship, and just the way they waved their hands and all that, it was sad. It was very, very sad. But let's talk about Angelo for a second, okay? What emotions he's probably feeling. He's always, since the very young ages of his life, he's wanted to take vengeance against the people that killed his family. He's finally here. He's finally at that point where he could finally kill everyone off. Everything looks up. Everything's going well. And then Nero hands him the gun and says, "Do it. You do it." They all walk out of the room. What Angelo had to do was probably something that no man should have to do. He had to kill his own brother. Put him down. And he knew when he did that, that was the only person in this world that really loves him. The only person. You could say maybe Nero cares about him, everybody else, but no. They're not as close to him as his brother, Courtiers. They're not. Nobody else is. And so him putting that bullet in his brother is pretty much him symbolizing he has no more attachments in this world. There's nothing else that can be really held against him to hold him back. He can do whatever he wants, and nobody really can bat an eye and judge him for what type of character he is or person, because he has no one to hold him anymore. No one to reassure him and bring him back to a brighter side. No one's there. He's all alone in this world. And with the final words he says after he kills Courtiers, it makes so much more sense now when it comes to the opening song. Let's think about it. The opening song is a very symbolic message. I love the opening song. I haven't skipped it since the first time it appeared in the series. The reason for it is not just because of the beautiful lyrics, but it's because of the images that are in the opening song and how it depicts a man that walks a path that is very lonely. He's by himself. He cannot turn back. He tries to, but he can't turn back around. And he goes so far as to harming the last person that is in his life that truly loves him. And at the final part of it, you see it to where he's holding a gun, he's rubbing it up against his head. It makes so much more sense now. He wants to take his life. As he says at the end, he's like, "I will see you soon." He knew since the very beginning, probably when he was on this path, that he would never come back. He knew he would probably die. If he failed or not, he was going to probably end it, for he could be with his family. And now that Courtiers was not there, there's no reason for him to continue being in the life. There's nothing for him to live for besides his vengeance. Once he does that, he's achieved everything he wants in his life. And so The opening song symbolizes that, shows us that since the very beginning, he knew he was going to die, or he was going to end his own life, and that's what it meant. So it's kind of sad. It's very sad to know our character's final conclusion of the series is probably him taking his life after he achieves what he wants. It's a very dark way to look at it, because regardless, killing everybody for the sake of vengeance is going to leave you empty and hollow. But then once it's all done and all that, and you're by yourself and you realize and have time to think of what you've done and what you've lost to achieve this, you're going to feel sad, and then he's going to end it all. Such a sad conclusion. So, let's talk about the Gonzo stuff. So Gonzo, he straight up called Courtiers over, and that's what caused Courtiers to even kind of think about coming. I mean, he would have came probably anyways, but it's thanks to Gonzo to why Courtiers got there at that certain amount of time, and now it's thanks to Gonzo to why Courtiers died right now, why it had to be done in that type of fashion. So, Angelo is definitely going to direct his hatred towards Gonzo. I could say it. Before he, is said and done, before he's done with everybody else, he's definitely going to kill Gonzo. I see him putting him down, even before Nero. Let's talk about Nero. So Nero and their relationship now, Angelo and Nero's relationship, that's thrown off the table. There's just no way that Angelo's going to care about Nero now after what he forced him to do, putting a gun in his hands to kill him. There's no way. So Angelo's easily going to be able to kill, Nero. That's not going to be a problem anymore, because there's just no way they're going to have that connection, that bond now. If Angelo can kill someone that he thought of like a brother, he can definitely kill someone like Nero. There's just no doubt about that. He can definitely kill someone like Nero. And I'm willing to bet that Angelo's probably going to go down an even darker path now after that, because, I mean, no one could stop him. He could do all sorts of despicable things now. He could probably kill people and all that, and he wouldn't even care, because if he can kill someone like his brother that he thought of like a brother, he can do something like that to any others. He definitely can. He can kill anyone he wants. So I can see him going down a darker and crueler path, and he's probably going to kill Nero last. I see him killing Nero last. He's probably going to save him for last and kill him and remind him what he did to him after that. I mean, he may not have harmed his family in the earlier portions of his life, but he harmed his family in this life. When he's now in the family, a part of the mafia, he harmed his actual family. So I see Nero being the final person he kills. So overall, the episode, it was a tragic episode. I can't wait to see what happens next. It was sad episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.